everyone, Happy New Year and welcome to today's episode on the Wait for Christ platform. Today we'll be dealing with a very interesting topic that says the new year, a fresh start. And this episode was supposed to air in January, but due to some challenges, we couldn't put it in January, so it was shifted to February. Though these challenges were updated on our Instagram page, and this is one of the so many reasons why you should follow us on Instagram. So if you haven't been following us, please do so at Invade for Christ. Like I said, we have an interesting topic that we're dealing with that says the new year, a fresh start. And by the grace of God and His direction, we have a father we take care of today's episode by name Apostle J.M. Chinedu. So without wasting time, let's just move over to the teaching.
I want this opportunity to say thank you to Invading for Christ. I want to say thank you to the management and the crew members of this wonderful and great platform for giving me such an important privilege and opportunity to speak on a very important topic, the new year, a fresh start. I love the topic. When the topic was sent to me, I was pondering on it, and I was like, this topic is a very, very, basic topic. And at every end of the year, everyone wants a fresh start, except you are not in the year. And naturally, time has given man or has conditioned man in such a way that man has to come to an end based on some certain time. Man starts afresh based on some certain time. Like if you come to a year, we have days, we have weeks, we have months. In the week, there's a particular time that comes, you just look at it, let me round up everything I'm meant to do. And in a month, there's a time you look at it, say, let me round up everything I'm meant to do. Then in a year, you want to say, let me round up everything I'm meant to do. The same thing with the weeks, the months, and the years also give us a fresh start every time. So in the new year, it's like a segment out of the week, months, and the compilation of the week and the months combined together to make up the year. So when we talk about the new year, a fresh start, we're talking about the weeks, the days, and the months. That means if you look at the days from in the morning, like from 4 a.m. in the morning, people are trying to start afresh, trying to pick up, trying to arrange things for the day, so that they won't be able to have like hectic days. They will plan their days very well. In the week from Friday, people start like gathering everything to end that particular week. Then the same thing with the moon. Towards the ending, for the moon that ends at the first, from 30th, from 29th, people start rounding up to make sure that they have a very good ending. So if you look at it, the most important part of life is the starting and the ending. So we're talking about the new year, a fresh start, a fresh start, a fresh start. I'm really happy. Every year is the same, but the difference in the year is the strategy and the approach. So the problem is not the year, not the number of the year, like 2021, 2022. Talking about the strategies, the approach in every year. That is the difference between the years, and that is it. And one thing I like about a fresh start is that it gives us chance to reinvent ourselves, to reinvent our lives. Very, very important. And it also allows us to shade, the baggages of the previous years, the baggages of the previous months, the baggages of the previous days. Just to shade them away for a greater person, for a greater day. So a fresh start is a new beginning. It gives you an opportunity to kick off, to reinvent yourself, to kick off something maybe that has failed initially. So we talk about the new year, a fresh start. It means that God and the time itself is giving you an opportunity to reinvent yourself, to reinvigorate yourself, to restart yourself, to get an opportunity to start up afresh again. And I think this is very, very important in the life of every individual. Every individual wants a fresh start. Reasons that are, that are connected. There are reasons that are connected to why we need a fresh start, why we need to start afresh. Some people might have failed, disappointments and all those stuff might have been reasons why we need a fresh start. And a fresh start can be the beginning of a new thing, and that new thing might bet that particular transformation and life you are seeking for. And I think every one of us wants a fresh start, including me. I'm planning on ways to start better. And a fresh start is not just for people that have failed. No, a fresh start is not for people that have succeeded only in some certain areas and failed in some certain areas. A fresh start is for everyone. It's for higher productivity, higher increase, for advancement, for increase. So a fresh start is to look at the strategies on ground, the goals that were set initially, but you couldn't meet up with those goals. Then you begin to set up strategies on how to fulfill every goal based on the set time. So a fresh start is giving you a new way of approaching things to get a better result, to get a greater result. So I think it's very, very important that we'll look and think about, having a fresh start in every areas of our life. We can talk about it in building our relationship with God, our relationship with people. We can reinvent ourselves and seek for a fresh start on building our financial life the way we would want it to look like, in building building a stable academic life, building that business that you have been dreaming of, that career, that developing that talent you have and you are looking up to take you or catapult to the next level. So it is a time where you look at things from a deeper realm, from a different angle, from a different perspective. This is how I want this thing to be. So I think this topic is very, very important to everyone. So we'll be looking at it. I have a very short period of time. Say how to have a fresh start. How do I have this fresh start? It's very, very important. I won't be talking much on everything. I know most of us have, but I'll be touching some basic part of it. Number one, we have to let go of our past. Let go of our past. I know you have had a lot of messages on this. You have read a lot of articles on this, but there's something about not just reading, not just hearing, taking steps. There's something about, I think it's in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 43, from verse 18 to 19. It says, forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. Do not dwell on the past. Say, forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. Do not dwell on the past. Forget about the former things. Most people like to dwell on the past. They like it so much. How they have failed. If you are telling them that, my dear, you need a fresh start. You have failed in so many relationships, you need a fresh start. You have failed in so many businesses, you need a fresh start. You have failed in your relationship with God because of some certain things up and down, you need a fresh start. They will say no. They begin to count how they have tried and how they have failed. They're going to tell you why they can't succeed and why they will never succeed. What you need is a fresh start. A fresh start is forgetting every step you have taken, forgetting every failures, but taking up a new start. Just like, a fresh start is like being given birth to. Bible says here that is in Christ is a new creature. All things are passed away, all things have become new. What it means is that as soon as you come into Christ, God forgets everything that we were doing before. All those past, everything becomes the thing of the past. That is the same way when you want to start afresh, a new page has opened. The old page has gone. The former failures has gone. The former disappointment has gone. Everything is gone. You are starting from a new page. God is giving you a new opportunity. That's what they say. They say that God's mercy, they are new every morning. The mercy of God are new every morning. Every morning, God gives you an opportunity to start again. That's what I'm telling you, that a fresh start doesn't have anything to do with New Year only. It has a lot of things to do with the day, a lot of things to do with the weeks, a lot of things to do with the months combined together. So now, let go of your former mistakes, your former pasts. Let go of them. Push them aside. As soon as you do that, the page will become fresh. The page will become new. Then a new start will come in. Just like someone is writing a note, and the person took that note and made a lot of mistakes in that note. person cancelled, correction everywhere. Person can decide to say, okay, let me just start up this thing and tear off that particular page, start up that note afresh with new mindset, with new focus, concentrating, and the person will copy that note perfectly. That is how it is in life. You might have made a lot of mistakes while copying that particular note, but you can decide to flip that page away and recopy that note afresh. It will become so fresh and so clean. That is how it should be. So you can give yourself an opportunity of starting up your life in a new page, giving yourself a new identity, giving yourself a new, unique identity, a different kind of being. They'll say, this person I didn't know this person has kind of ability inside of him or her. It happens in footballers. Most footballers, you see them, last season they might have played football and you see them fail and they don't do well. Maybe the next season they will reinvent themselves, seek a new approach, train better, and you see that result will come forth. And you see that the same particular player that have been benched will begin to play regularly. That is how it is in life. Maybe you have been benched for a long time. Life has placed you on the bench and you have been struggling to come to limelight. You can change your approach of things, change your strategies of how you see things, forget the past, and you imagine what will happen. You will come into the field, you begin to play, and everybody begin to watch you, be like, where has this person been all this while? What has happened is that what has changed is that it's the same person, but the person has decided to take a new approach, to reinvent his or her, him or herself, and it will give the person a fresh start, a fresh uniqueness, a fresh identity. People will forget about everything you have done. People will forget about how you have failed. They'll begin to clap for you, begin to sing in your song. That is how it is. So you have to understand this. And that thing again is that get clarity concerning the reason why you are born. Most people don't even know why they are born. They don't know. No vision, no aspiration, no missions. And that's why there's no goals. Goals are there to help you meet to meet your visions, to fulfill destiny. This is what goals are meant for. Most of us, every new year, we make new resolutions, and that's not the problem. The problem is not making new resolutions. Most of us have not discovered why we are born. That is why we will put hand here, we'll do this, we'll do that, using our time, investing our time in trial and error. Any man that have discovered his life, my dear, time is precious. The man understands the importance of time and know that time is the currency that helps a man to move from here to there, and he will make judicious use of this time by making sure that what happens, he invests into time based on purpose to fulfill destiny. That is why when you talk about a fresh start, it's very, very important. A fresh start is what you need to kick off that destiny. A fresh start is what you need to kick off that academic life, to kick off that relationship with God, with man. A fresh start is what you need to build your financial stable life. A fresh start is what you need in your marriage to build that kind of home you prayed for. A fresh start is what you need, my dear, to become that kind of leader you want to become. A fresh start is what you need to become that kind of man of God, anything you aspire to become. What you need is a fresh start to get to the next level, or to get that unique acronym, that unique identity you have been seeking for. So getting clarity concerning the reasons for your existence is very important. That means discovering purpose. Discovering purpose. If you look at Jesus' life at the age of 12, he said, I've come to do the will of Him that have sent me. He knew, I've come to do the will of my Father. He knew why he came. He knew why he came. That was why he couldn't go from here, there. He knew where he's meant to be. He knows what he's meant to consume, the kind of books he's meant to read. He knows the kind of materials he's meant to gather to help him build himself. And if you look at his life, Bible says that he grew both in wisdom, in favor with God and man. And it's very, very important. So your growth matters. How do you grow? How do you grow? You have to grow in the knowledge of the area of your purpose. That is what growth is all about. Growth is revealing that innate potential. Growth, that is what growth is. It's powering that innate potential, making it to become an ability that is productive. Potential has not become an ability yet. It is still in a level where it needs to be harnessed to become an ability that will become productive. And that is why you need a fresh start, And that fresh start can be discovering that potential, discovering that innate quality inside of us, that unique thing that have differentiated us from every other person, that particular thing that makes you stand out from every other person. When you discover it and start afresh, my dear, you'll be so amazed what your life will turn into. And you can decide what matters most today and follow up those things that matters based on time strategically. You live your life based on step. You don't do what you're meant to do for the next 7 years now. You do what you're meant to do for the now. That is what growth is. That is what fruitfulness is all about. Imagine Jesus dying at the age of 12, my dear. That wouldn't have been a good result. He is meant to attain some level of maturity, some level of growth, and do some things to be able to get to the place where he will come into the maximum of fulfilling destiny. You have to understand something about what excites and invigorates you. What excites you? Passion is a revelation of what is inside. What you're passionate about is a cry out for what is inside, what wants to come out. So you need to discover those things and work on those things, invest on those things, and bet those things forth. So you need a fresh start to discover those things. What will give you the most fulfillment? What is those things that will give you the most fulfillment? What is those things that when you do them, you will have the greatest fulfillment in life? Clear away every kind of distractions and focus. Clear it away. Every kind of distractions. See, listen, when a man discovers purpose and discovers life, discovers vision, discovers why he's born, the reasons for his existence, my dear, distractions won't be hard to deal with. Because you will know that distractions are those things that come in to hinder you from achieving purpose, fulfilling destinies. But when you have not discovered the reason for your existence, you will not know what distraction is all about. You take everything in, and my dear, you just be rounding in a circle. So busy doing nothing. That's what happens to most people. So busy, so occupied, but no result, no fruitfulness, no advancement, my dear. You need a fresh start to begin to move forward. It's not about how busy you are. It's not about how tight your schedules are. It's about being fruitful based on time. Being fruitful based on time, doing things that will impact your destiny, doing things that will impact your purpose, doing things that will reveal your vision, that will make it clearer, that will make it visible. People begin to see it and say, no, this is what the person is called to do. This is this person's calling. This is what the person is destined to do. It is your role to do that. And God is giving us a fresh start this particular time to build a new life. To build a new life. And what does it mean to build, my dear? It means to gather, to set in place, then you begin to enjoy that building. But before you begin to gather, you need to have discovered the kind of material. Imagine you can't be gathering the kind of materials that will be meant for a mansion, and we gather material that you use in building 3 rooms. No. Most of us are doing that. We gather materials that will be using to build 3 rooms and want to use that particular material to build a mansion. It's not possible. That is why the first system is to understand, to discover. When you discover, my dear, you know the kind of materials you need, and when you begin to gather those materials, you begin to put them in place, and it will help you to build that life you have been praying for or you have been seeking for. Another thing is finding happiness now. Most of us are looking for happiness. Let me do what I want to do now. Then when the result comes out, I'll begin to enjoy it. No. You should seek happiness from what you do now. That's what's called fulfillment. When you are in the right place, fulfilling destiny, no matter how tedious that particular thing is, my dear, you would enjoy it. You'll be so happy. The challenges will be part of your happiness. Things that people are like, why are you happy in this thing? Why are you so happy? Why are you relaxed? You'll be happy because you are fulfilling destiny. And that is one thing about a man that has discovered purpose. Everything will be working out for his good. He will be seeing everything as an advantage. Even his failure, he will be seeing it as an advantage, as a form of growth, as a form of addition, as a form of experience. He won't be seeing it as a form of maybe failure. It is only a man that has not discovered purpose that sees, challenges as failures and he gives up. But as soon as you discover purpose, my dear, all those issue of challenges will be something you need to conquer to attain. Every challenge is a stepping stone. It's an opportunity to move forward, and you begin to say, no. This, imagine, every challenge that came to David was an opportunity for him to move forward. Every victory he has played a role in his ascension into the throne. The same thing with Joseph. Every challenge that came to him was an opportunity for him to get closer to his destiny. That is what men that have discovered purpose do. So God is giving you a fresh start for you to do what? First of all, to let go of the past. Number 2, get clarity concerning the reasons why you live. That means discovering purpose and understanding what your vision and why God has called you and what God has really brought you into this earth to live. Another thing is to clear away distractions and focus. Then the last is to find focus. Thank you very much. I pray that God will continue to bless you and empower you. And I pray that God's grace will continue to dwell with you. And I pray that God will help you to have a fresh start this year. Have a fresh start now. Have a fresh start for the week. Have a fresh start for the month. Have a fruitful year. I pray that next year will be so fruitful for you. God bless you. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for listening. I love you so much. My name is Anyehe Chineduje and Patrick. Thank you very much. God bless.
Welcome back, and I want to believe that you'll be blessed by today's episode, because sincerely, oh my God, I have been blessed, and so has my 2021, because I'm really going to apply everything I learned today in this year, and I'm very, very sure this is going to be a blessing. So without wasting time, let's just move on to the recommendation. Today we'll be recommending a talk by one of our fathers in the faith. Most of us know him. He goes by the name Apostle Joshua Selman, and I listened to this talk, so I thought, why not share it, because it really blessed my life. The title to this talk is Divine Direction by Apostle Joshua Selman. You really need to listen to this talk. And if you want to take a step further, like me, you should listen to another talk by him that says Understanding People, Mastering Relationships. I really learned a lot from that talk. So please do not take lightly and listen to both talks if you can, but if you can, please make sure you listen to the one on Divine Direction. Well, this is where we round up for today's episode with your other cartoons here. Do not forget to like this channel, like this video. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done that, and do not forget to share, because I know so many people are in need of this video, and as you do so, God bless you. I am your co-host. I am still your co-host, Much for Blessing Peace Energy, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram at I4C platform. See you in the month of March.
Calling time and time again. Can you hear him calling?